Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Tuesday night call-in show. This is the show after my live reaction, after I went on and did my little tirade on Sunday during the after party. This is your opportunity to call into the show and give me your thoughts. Now, before we get started, let me get some ones in the chat. If you can see me, you can hear me. Let me get some twos if you're having problems seeing me and hearing me. Like if you're like, oh no, I see him, but I don't hear him. Let a player know. All right. I see some ones. Thank you so much. Love Soka. Oh, got Lizzie B with the number one first up. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Allison, Allison Dystopia. Dystopia Land. 80%. 80% same CMOS. Yeah. Actually, I want to give you guys a little, just so you guys know, little housekeeping. I started doing the like shorter form videos because I wanted to dig more into what I thought was going on. Put my Cody Brown visor on. Wanted to dig more into what I thought was going on specifically with some of these shows, whatever. So as a result, I started doing like some of the short form videos. I think I put out a 30-minute video talking about Cody and his apology tour. And this is before I watched the actual start of the apology tour. This is based off of his description and my thoughts of him initially saying to Robin, hey, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go out and apologize because that'll be great. That'll be awesome content. And I think that's why he did it. He did it for the content. He didn't do it for, oh, I'm really sorry. I jacked these women up. Oh my goodness, I was so horrible. I was such a horrible person. Or as he would say, I was such an asshole, right? That's not why he's apologizing. And it's clear as we're watching him apologize that he's not actually apologizing because he's sorry. He's apologizing because he wants to try to reap the good gracious and get back to the place he was at when this show first started, where everybody kind of looked at him like, gosh, gee whiz, he's an awesome kind of guy, just full of energy, and he's just too much for these women to handle with all his awesomeness. That's what he was hoping for, right? Anybody who knows what they're looking at, I think, honestly, anybody who has a firm grasp of reality, you know what I mean, has lived a life of experience, knows that he's full of shit. Especially if you've ever dealt with somebody who's even remotely like Cody, just selfish, an asshole, as he put it. You know what this apology is, right? You know what this apology is. This is the, okay, stop talking about it. I said I was sorry apology. Geez, just get over it already. I mean, dang, I said I was sorry. Like that's the apology. Or I need to, I'm sorry. Can I borrow $50? I'm sorry I said those terrible things about you. Would you mind signing a mortgage for me? Like those kind of, always give and get apologies, right? We've all seen that before. Like this isn't new to Sister Wives. That's what's always so amazing to me with the Sister Wife crowd is that the cast members, and Cody and Robin aren't the only ones, but specifically Cody and Robin, they always pretend like they're doing something super slick that nobody has any knowledge of, right? That nobody has ever seen anything like this because we're polygamous. Like maybe you guys don't talk about it in your community or when you were coming up, but many of us have seen people who act just like you act. Maybe they don't call their girlfriends baby mamas, or they don't call their baby mamas wives, right? But we've seen it before. Like there's nothing new under the sun, really, with this situation. But here I go again, running my dang old mouth. So make sure you check out that video. I dropped a video talking about Robin's reaction to Cody's apology tour. I'll put that out today. So if you guys want to check that out, support the channel, it'd be awesome. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Make sure you share those videos too. I don't mind. I ain't gonna tell nobody. And just so you guys know, Little advertisement. I have 2 videos in the shoot coming out. I have one video talking about my reaction to Janelle's apology and her reaction, my reaction to her apology. Now, I'm going to say this with my observation on what I saw with Janelle and some of the things that, honestly, some of the hard truths that I think I had to face in that's going to be a little bit of a rough video. In fact, I think it might come off so rough that I'm going to actually open up the phone lines next week, specifically targeted towards people who disagree with my take, because I want you to prove me wrong. Like you understand what I'm saying? You ever have that happen? Like like you feel like something is true, but it's so crazy and it's so jacked up that you want somebody to come and say, "No, that's not true, and here's why." That's what I'm gonna open up. That's how deep this next video with Janelle's gonna be. Okay. I want you guys to come in and prove me wrong. So I'm rolling that out. Number 2, I'm doing the video on Pop Psych's interview with McKelty and Tony. Now I know I've been promising this one for a while, but it seemed like every time I tried to get the materials together, there's always been some kind of problem. Okay. And I don't know whether the universe is telling me not to do it or whatever, because it might cause problems, but you guys asked me to do it. I saw some things on it that I could give my thoughts on, and I'm doing that. So tis what it is. Because, like I said, here on the channel, I even just said, just so we're very clear, here, if you disagree with my take, I am not going to cut you off. I am not going to bang you from the site. I'm not going to tell you that you can't call in no more. No, everybody should ostracize you because you had the audacity to disagree with Lord James. That's bullshit. If you disagree with me, that's fine. That's your opinion. This show isn't my show, right? Right. I'm just the guy who holds the key and opens the door. I'm the guy who opens the door for the meeting. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to sit here and tell people that their interpretation or their presentation or their feelings towards something, or even that their experiences in these types of situations aren't valid. So if you disagree with something I say, you're fine to disagree with something I say. And it sounds obnoxious that I'm giving you permission, but I feel like in some of the environment and some of the formats that other creators create in their spaces, I think it's necessary that I say that I don't care if you disagree with me. I really don't care. I'm not gonna get mad at you. It's not that deep to me. Yeah, because this next one might be a little tight. This Pop Psych video might ruffle some feathers. I don't even think so. Like I to be honest with you, I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that bad. But I know some folks can get a little sensitive about that kind of shit, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is. But like if I come on my channel and I'm not safe on my shit, you know you ain't safe. See, if I talk about me, and that's one of the things I've always said, be honest with yourself, because by being honest with yourself, one, you understand what you can tolerate, what you want, and all that. You have a vision of where you want to go and what you want to be. But two, being honest with yourself and allowing people to be honest with you gives you tremendous freedom when it comes time for you to be honest with or to somebody else. Because if I'm gonna sit here and say some shit or feel some shit that's gonna hurt my feelings, because like I said, I got a video coming out. This video with Janelle, y'all. I was looking at it, I was like, James. You know what I started thinking about? I was like, James, is this what we really doing? Are we doing this? And I was like, we doing this. We gonna do this. So hope you guys tune in for that. But check out my other videos. Because like I said, we're getting into the apology tour. and I'm really excited about rolling out some of the shorter form videos as well. I know I had a little bit of a break from it. I just wanted to get that rolling. But here is. Oh, thank you guys. Some people are writing they love the takes. I appreciate that. Here's the link if you guys want to call in. I'm gonna have to limit you guys to 3 minutes tonight because I have some things to do with my kids. And promises have been made, so promises must be kept. But yeah, I dropped the link in the chat. I'm going to pin it to the top so that way everybody has access to it and we can get this party started. Because I'm curious what you guys think. Let's see. Jody Periscala with the $1.99 super chat said it was what Janelle needed, not for us to judge. And that's fair. That's fair. I think that there's part of it where you can see some relief in the situation, but I think that it also could use some context. So there's some, like I said, there's context in what I'm going to say. So if you, like, again, Jody, if you disagree with what I'm saying, by all means, feel free to, and when you disagree, you can call in because I give you guys a lot of avenues to be able to do this. You can call in, send me an email. You can send me a voice message on speakpipe.com/mytakeonreality. You can call into the show. You can leave when I do the video, you can respond down in the comments. I don't erase comments because you disagree with me. The only way I'll erase comments is if you go after other users. So if you're going after other people in the chat, then you might get your comments deleted. Especially if it's something real personal. If you disagree, you disagree. But if it's something personal or you start talking about their mama or kids or whatever, then we don't really facilitate a unhealthy environment either in the chat or here. But if you disagree with me, you just disagree with me. It's cool. All right, but I can see that. I can see that because there is some healing that can be done when somebody has offended you. But I would always warn against taking people seriously. If it's what you need for you to get through, that's one thing. But if you're basing a decision on whether you're going to continue a relationship, restart a relationship, or try to repair a relationship based on somebody else's false apology, then that needs to be talked about. That needs to be brought up. It's like an overused term, but I think is relevant here, even as vulgar as it is. It's kind of the battered wife syndrome. When you have an abusive situation, you'll always have the tension, you'll have the blow up, you'll have the period of punishment or whatever the case may be, usually sometimes attached to the blow up. Then you'll have the reconciliation period where the person comes back and they apologize, they tell you they're sorry, they're never going to do it again, they didn't mean it, etc., etc., etc. And they do everything necessary to try to get you back into a period where they lull you back in or pull you back into the boat, into that horrible relationship. And then there's a period of calm, there's a period of tension, there's an explosion, reconciliation, yada, 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 wash, rinse, repeat. And what I'm saying is that if you're watching that, there is, and this is somebody that you care about, you feel an obligation to kind of pull their coattails and say, look, I don't give a shit how much he apologized or how much she apologized, but percentage wise is I don't care what he's saying. I don't care how many times he say he's sorry. I don't give a shit if he say he ain't never going to do it again. Swear on a stack of, brand new Bibles of all different faiths. You cannot believe him, because the crazy part is, in some situation, even with some apologies that are lies, even with some of those, the person who is lying to you very well may believe their own bullshit. They might believe that they're never, oh, I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna be different, I ain't never gonna do that again. And they believe that shit until they do it again. They believe that they're gonna treat you better until they treat you like shit again. And as a friend, I think it behooves you to say, even though this makes you feel good, take it as a tool to heal yourself so that you can move on. But please, oh, please, oh, please, don't find yourself in a situation where you're lining back up in the bullshit line. Don't stand in this line where you just going to get yourself mistreated or whatever. And I think that that's kind of that's where I'm at. But thank you so much, Jody Pierce Scholar, and I will keep that in mind as I do my new video. Thank you. All right. So here we go, y'all. We got Megatron in the house. What's going on, Megatron? How you doing?
Hey, my take. Hi, James. How everybody doing on this cold evening?
Doing very well. Doing
I
very
hope we
well. I
bundled up
appreciate
and keeping warm.
Yeah, trying. It's serious.
It-
And let's get some hearts in the chat before we get started. I'm not even going to start the timer yet. But thank you for reminding me of something I wanted to do. I've been wanting to do this for a little bit now. Let's get some
okay.
hearts in the chat in support of people because they might not be online right now. Listen to me talk, but folks who are unhoused or people who are in situations where they might not be able to be in a comfortable living environment. Let's get some hearts in the chat for them.
Absolutely.
It could be rough, you know what I mean? And like I was out there and it's freezing cold where I don't know, you know.
Listen, it is beyond cold.
You're right. Yeah,
It was
it's so cold
17 here
outside to make you
today.
change your mind.
Yeah, like it's one of those. Do I really need this job? Weather today?
Right. I mean, do I really care about buying Christmas presents, paying my bills, and having a place to stay? Like the only thing that might get you out there is that I need a place to stay. Other than that, it is
Yeah.
cold enough out there to change your religion. So
Right. And this is the kind of weather where you get an attitude with everybody at work. Cause I can go home. I don't have to be here.
well, Jody
Yeah.
Alice says she in Minnesota, so goodness gracious.
Oh Lord.
I think they were cold in August.
Right. Lord Jody. What the girl said, sorrows, prayers.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Oh, sorrows, prayers.
they were on my mind every time I go outside. That hits my mind, and
Yeah.
I feel.
Tis the season. But I know you got stuff to do, and I'm gonna try to be quick. But okay, so we all touched on Janelle's reaction and everything. But I don't did anybody else hear when he told her, you have the highest honor of me coming to you first. And then did y'all peep how he threw everybody under the bus and stuff? Like when he was like, I'm sorry I didn't protect you from Mary. I'm sorry I was so angry because of the breakups. We all know he blamed Christine for the breakups, right?
Right.
And she played right into that narrative of him pitting her against Mary and Christine. But he never does that to pit her again. Well, I'm sorry, Robin bought that McMansion and you lived in the RV. Like he never says anything like this. If she brings up Robin, we're not going to go there. Immediate shutdown. Right. And I'm thinking to myself, like, when I said the other night, like, this is a Stockholm syndrome how to, because she was eating all of that up. And then I'm just sitting here like, okay, Janelle, we really doing this? And then Miss Robin making the comment, what did she say about the OG3? No. She was like, if a man isn't loving the woman and giving her what she needs, then they should leave. He's a bad person. But Cody, you didn't do anything wrong. Oh, and James, I'm talking about everybody, but not you though. I'm talking about all black men in the world, but James, not you.
Right. You different.
And I thought, what in the world is going on with these people? Like at this point now, do we all, I don't know about nobody else, and this is just me. I think this is all scripted. I think they are coached on how to react because TLC wants this quote unquote apology tour to be a success. So Janelle was pulled to the side and was like, hey, I know you pissed off and you probably gonna throw some bombs at him and but don't do that. Let's just get, some footage of you accepting the apology, being, giving him the cloak of charity, and then, we'll give you a bonus, $15,000 bonus.
Ooh,
I think this is being narrated by TLC. I don't
you
know
said
about nobody else.
we gonna grease the rails a little bit.
Yes, they greasing palms because there's no way that woman sat there across from this man and didn't throw a drink at him, mush him in the face with that plate of food. It's no, I can't, I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't care how Mormon you are. I don't care how you was taught to be. This woman has no emotions. Janelle has no emotions for nothing. And you remember when she accused Robin of never knowing what's going on? Janelle don't never know what's going on either. Because every other word is, well, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The fuck do you know, Janelle? Do you know that this man sitting across from you robbed you blind? Do you know that? Like, what do you know?
Yeah, right. How about that?
So anyway, I was just wondering. I'm thinking TLC is greasing palms for reactions. Hey, I'll pay you a $10,000 bonus if you just act like everything's cool. Everything copacetic. Don't go off on them. Don't throw nothing. I think that's what's going on here. At this point, I believe that's what's happening, James. I'm sorry. I believe that's what's going on. They're paying for reactions.
I can see it. I can see it. But thank you so much for your call in. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. And I emailed you too.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I was just about to mention
All right, guys. Good night. Stay warm. Be blessed. Be thankful. And just love on somebody. That's all I can say. Just spread a little love. Leave the world a little better than you found it.
There you go. That's the rule.
That's it. My take.
Thank you so
out.
much. All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Awesome. Leave the world a little better than you found it. Damn right. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that for a change. Let's do that. A little something different. Yeah. Oh, yes, I have been. I've that's where I'm going with my kids, to the gym. But yeah, so but thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Yeah, but just to the point, like, and that's another thing. If you owe me hundreds of thousands of dollars, for us to have a conversation about the I'm sorry part of it, especially when I know that you have my money because you're using my money. In fact, can you guys see me in here? Something just weird happened. I think I just paused and disappeared. Give me one in the chat. If you can see me, you can hear me. Or did I just say too much? He talking about the money, y'all. Click them. Okay, I'm back. Cool. Thank you. But yeah, thank you so much. I was like, oh shit. The YouTube gods have found me wanting. You're out of here. But yeah, you know what? If you look, not only would you have to write me a check, but it'd have to be a few days, if not a couple weeks before the meeting, because I need that check to clear. Okay, I need that check. I need to call my bank and be like, yeah, it's in there. And we haven't received any complaints from the other financial institutions saying, please return the funds because a mistake has been made. No, because I think that's also part of it. Because you can't come and apologize about some bullshit and you still owe me hundreds of thousands of dollars. You have to show up with, if you don't show up with a check, we got to show up with a payment plan and a contract. And you might say, James, that's petty as hell. You shouldn't let materialism get in the way. No, I'm not letting materialism get in the way. Just like I'm not letting materialism get in the way of him giving me my money back before we start this apology tour. I don't know. 'Tis the season to be. I just don't know. But so we had that, the money. Then we also had Megatron said something else. I was like, oh, going off on them. Like, everybody's kind of taking is different. But the one thing I will say, because I'm gonna hold back a little bit because it does feed into my video that I want you guys to watch. But the one thing I will say is that Janelle demonstrated in this apology tour, because I do think that TLC put them up to it. And part of it is that there has to be a period of healing before there can be any real sincere apology. There has to be a period of healing before there's a period of, I'm just going to say I'm sorry, because like, oh, they've been together, they've been separated for 5 years. That's true, but clearly there's a lot more going on. And if you think the reason why I'm upset is because you told me that you didn't love me after I left you, then you're not keeping up with current events. I left because you did something which caused me to leave, which then triggered you to say in response of me leaving that you didn't love me. But you're not apologizing on why I left in the first damn place. And sometimes the clarity comes in time and you healing, where you're able to point out these issues and say that this is what's going on, and you just don't accept any half-baked bullshit that somebody tries to serve you up. So that's why I say you might need that time to heal. The other part of it, if we're going to be honest, the other part of it is that, TLC for sure wants to keep this show going, because like I've said before, I'm past the idea that they're doing a pilot season and this, that, and other. I thought about it. This is TLC. TLC will spin anything off. So example that I gave on Sunday, Sister Wives. Sister Wives in and of itself is a branch or more popular show, has had spinoffs. My Five Wives with Brady, that's a spinoff of Sister Wives. Maybe not a direct spinoff, but it's a spinoff of Sister Wives. Seeking Sister Wives is a spinoff of Sister Wives. Seeking Brother Husband is a spinoff of a spinoff, because that's a spinoff of Seeking Sister Wives, which is a spinoff of Sister Wives. So, I mean, on and on. 90 Day Fiance has dabbled in like the polyamorous relationships. Poly Family is a spinoff of Sister Wives. So they will spin off. If they're going to give all these no-name people opportunities to have a show, they have thought about giving Christine, Mary, Janelle, Robin, and Cody their own shows. And they, for whatever reason, I suspect why, but for whatever reason, they decided not to do it. They decided not to do it. Sister Wives as a franchise, they won't even take Sister Wives off the air. 90 Day Fiance is an example. They have 90 Day Fiance, which started the whole franchise. That's still on the air and still in rotation. They have before the 90 days, after the 90 days, happily ever after. They have 90 Day the other way, 90 Day Last Resort, where they do the therapy stuff, 90 Day Singles from when they break up and the marriages fall apart, 90 Day Pillow Talk, 90 Day Diaries, 90 Day UK, 90 Day Caribbean. They spin off anything. They'll have 2 or 3 90 Day Fiancés going all year round. TLC does not care. And TLC could have a Janelle Maddie McKelty show spinoff while Sister Wives is off the air. TLC could have the Christine David show while Sister Wives is off the air. They could run both those shows on Sunday and Monday, or Monday and Tuesday, or Sunday and Monday, just like they do with the 90 Day Fiance, and set it up right before the show starts, like they do now with 90 Day Fiance, where they have 90 Day Fiance air, then they have Sister Wives air right after it. They can have 90 Day the other way air, and you could have Robin and Cody's spinoff show after. Then you can have before the 90 days air, Janelle show airs. So they have it. They do it. But they decided not to do it. So for whatever reason, this is a way for them to try to get everybody's ass back on the same couch again. Everybody on the same airwaves, where it makes sense that they would contact each other, because these people are spread all over the damn country. It makes no sense. Even if they apologize, it doesn't make sense for them to contact one another unless they're friendly, unless they like each other and everything is cool. So I do think that they're making a decision as far as the show is concerned. Last point I'll make. Then we're going to bring Sharon up. With this whole thing with Janelle and Cody apologizing, My bigger point was, what does it tell us about the tell all? This is why a tell all won't work with all of them. Janelle just demonstrated, because she has mad shit to say about Cody behind his back. She clowned the hell out of Cody and Robin with her friends when she's not sitting there in flesh and in person right in front of them. But you notice she didn't have none of that shit to say when she was sitting across from him. He said some things, she's smiling. Ooh, hoo, hoo. And to Jody's point, maybe this is healing that she needed or whatever the case may be. But there was zero conflict. There was zero pushback. It was all like she fell right back into the same old thing. And this is what I was always concerned about. She fell right back into the same old pattern with him where she's just cool with everything that he says and everything is fine and it's just moving forward and no interruption, no break. And it's almost like they pick right back up from where they left off. It kind of reminds me of that cycle that I had talked about earlier. So when we talk about we want them all on the same couch, why? So we can be frustrated as hell watching everybody who is talking mad shit all during the season with their friends and family and everything else, talking mad trash, sitting there getting cut off, getting ran over, and sitting there appealing to Cody's narrative during the tell-alls. And we're gonna watch, because you know they do 4 tell-alls now. So we're gonna watch 4 episodes of 4 parts of them sitting there kissing Cody's ass. Nobody's gonna feel good about that. That's why I think TLC decided to do the separate tell-alls. Because the fans won't tolerate a tell-all where they sit there and watch Christine, Mary, Janelle, and sit there and bow down to Cody and Robin. They will not tolerate it. So they separate them so that it gives everybody a little push for courage to be able to say the things that they really feel or give their take without any real pushback. But let me know what you guys think. I could be wrong. Again, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. We got Sharon coming to the square. Hey Sharon, what's going on?
Hey guys, how's everybody doing this evening?
Doing very well. I'm gonna give you a little push on the time, Sharon, because I know you
Oh,
called last week and you didn't get
yeah,
through it. So I'm gonna give you a little
I
push.
didn't get to kind of thing and stuff, but I mean that's okay. I want everybody to get a chance to speak out, kind of thing. So let me just say, I'm not the one. Today's not the day, and tomorrow's not looking any better. I tell him take that apology, whatever he had in mind to say to me, shove it up in that bird of phoenix he put up on the fireboard, and shove it up Robin's ass. That's what he could do with it, because I wouldn't be the one. But I can see why, and I don't think Janelle was looking at him like, oh, and wanting to be back with him. I think it gave her a thing to say the last 30 years wasn't a waste.
Right.
I think that's what it's done. I think that's what it was doing for her. Because, she's not got the release even after the apology. Um, you said something about leaving the hundred there, that if they had got together at least for one night kind of thing and stuff, and he had left the 100 laying on the table, I'd have put a note with that thing, said don't forget to give your wife her half of the rent money. You know what I'm saying? For real, give that bitch her half, man. Make sure she gets her half. I want her to have her half. You know what
You're
I'm
right.
saying?
Good, you buy something nice for her.
Yeah, go and buy her another baby doll she can squeeze up on, okay?
All right.
I couldn't believe Cody picked the restaurant. You let him pick the restaurant. But dude don't know what nothing about North Carolina. You let him pick the restaurant. Seriously, you're the one been living there, kind of thing and stuff. But I'd like to play cards. I'd like to play poker, or any kind of poker with Robin, because she's so easy to read, man. When she won't look nobody directly in the eye, sitting there talking to the producers and won't even look them in the eye, starts messing with her hair. I'm telling you, boys, I could make me some money off of her,
Say
because you
clean
can
the
tell when she blowing bullshit.
pocket.
That producer, instead of asking Robin what she had thought about somebody coming back into the family, she should have said, "What do you think about them inviting you and Cody to come back into the family? Because they're not Robin and Cody are not the family."
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and that Robin even said that herself, that they all felt like that they had been kicked out of the family or kicked off the island. Yeah, you was, because you was taking everybody's money and stealing from everybody and manipulating everybody and treating everybody like shit.
Mm-hmm.
What you want? I mean, that's what you get.
Right.
Um, since I didn't get to call last week, and when I think Isabel was not just not wanting David to like take over where her dad would do. to give him and her a chance to be together, to work or to back, maybe get back close. But I think it also played into what they did with Robin's kid's dad.
Mm.
Because they took him out of the picture. So she's thinking if David gets close with her, then you know what I mean, that she would be taken out of Cody's picture. So I think there's a two-sided thing there.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, I did well, and see, and I get it, kind of thing and stuff. But she knows deep down in her heart, she knows. And I'm like somebody else said, I'd love to hear how Isabel's doing with her back stuff. How her back's doing now and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And my last thing was really from last week's stuff too. So I know people, you know what I mean, that have had parents that just treated them awful, and they just and I've tried to help them see, because I feel like I've got good parents, and my parents raised me to do the right things. Now, do I agree with everything that my parents taught me? No. It's you go a different generation and a different way of having to raise your kids. You can't raise kids the way I was raised anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But so you become what you are either because of your parents or in spite of them. But you get to choose. So Cody's chosen not to support his kids in their endeavors and to be angry and not show up for them when they disagree with him or they didn't follow him, just like his daddy did to him. Robin chose to pull her kids away from their biological father, just like she pulled herself away from her daddy. And she's also helped alienate Cody from his kids by manipulating the situation. So in short, if they don't have the relationship with their kids, meaning the 5 at Robin's house that are eventually going to get tired of having to go to them for every answer and everything, or the others that, don't want anything to do with them, if they don't have the relationship with those people that they want, they ain't got nobody to blame but theyself.
Right.
For real. I mean, they just ain't.
No, I think that's a fair point.
You can choose that. If your parents treated you awful kind of thing and you decide to do that to your kids, even if it's in a different form. I mean, what was it he said about the coat? That he really wanted a Letterman's jacket, but his daddy just got him just like an outdoor coat that he needed there or whatever kind of thing on the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe your daddy thought he was doing right for you kind of thing.
Right.
But how how you do that with your kids it ain't no better. And I will say, I could see why, having lost a child of my own, I could see why Janelle might still have a connection to Cody no matter what, because the only person in the whole world that's going to know how that feels to have lost that child is him.
Right.
He may not feel the same way about it you do, but the same thing losing a child happened to him has happened to her.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I still wouldn't be the one. I can't, no. Taking all that money from him and treating my kids the way he did, treating kids the way he did kind of thing. I wouldn't be the one, but I can see why somebody would.
Yeah, I agree. But thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you.
You're welcome,
Awesome
James. Listen,
commentary.
have a good evening. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving.
Oh, I did. I had a great time.
All
All
right. Have a
right.
good
Thank
one.
you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, Sharon came in and dropped some bombs. I ain't gonna front. Sharon came in with a little bit of heat, little cayenne, little salsa sauce. 100%. I think that there's a lot of stuff she said that not only do I agree with, I wish I could expound on, because she's right. When push them down the shelf. I mean, I think that's the one saving grace that we can definitely provide in the situation with Janelle and how she dealt with Cody, because they do share that bond over Garrison, and losing a child is something that you never get over. That you never get past it. It's something that's always there, and that kind of trauma, you share that experience with Cody, whether Cody was there or not, whether he was 100% present or not, whether he had a good relationship, what we would consider a good and healthy relationship with that child or not, that is something that you may give him some, like I can see where Janelle might give him some grace because of the pain and the hole that she has in her heart because of Garrison. So I don't want to just blow past that. I think that also has to be acknowledged. So right on, Sharon. Next up, we got a local art switch in the house. What's going on, local? How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Doing very well. Doing very
Good,
well.
you can hear me. I've missed y'all. The
Okay.
last couple weekends have been crazy. I'll make it quick. I wrote some notes. First of all, James, for real, it's so much money. It's so much money that most of us, I can't even wrap my brain about how much money they're willing to just piss away. Excuse the language. Like I either maybe they're just better people than I am, but I would die mad. um,
Might have to haunt somebody, right?
I might need to haunt some people. The other thing I wanted to mention, it really, I totally get what Jody is saying and some others. A lot of us never get any type of apology from people who have harmed us. However, seeing how Janelle was, she did seem really taken in. I think that would be hard to pretend, even if it was scripted. I think it would be, there's putting up with somebody in a situation because you need to, or you need to play a little nice in order to get what you need in a situation. And then there's looking love strucken. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And between everything that's gone on, plus all this money, plus like, I don't know if he got her into an NDA or whatever, but I don't know. Like maybe they're just better people than I am, but I don't think I don't think I could. I would be so mad.
Mm.
The other thing, last live I did try several times. I had money. I tried to send you a super chat and it would not let me. So I don't know if anybody else has been having issues, but I was like, let me say send this super chat to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for sending it. But
Um,
yeah, sometimes the system loves me. Sometimes it
some
absolutely does not.
it was giving you a hard time. You were talking about Cody and how he smells, and it was so funny because recently I had just been on this weird section of YouTube where it was talking about people doing something called pheromone maxing.
Oh
Have you heard of this?
no,
So
I think I've heard roughly about it, but go ahead. Yeah,
so
I just
basically
want to
you
think
don't shower or bathe, so that
right.
way all your pheromones are just, and then it sort of reminded me of when Cody was like, "Oh, Robin, smell my stank and make it sexy." And when you
Right.
were talking about it last time, I was like, "Is Cody pheromone maxing?" Like,
Yeah. Yeah. That because I was calling it because he was calling it his man musk. That's why I was
yeah,
calling it musculine. Because he's like he thinks I think that I think that he thinks that shit is attractive.
I
Like, bro,
think
it's not attractive if they can smell your ass. I don't think anybody's like, "Oh, what's that? Oh my goodness, it smells like a bag of raw onions with some garlic in it." That's so hot. Like nobody is like,
that's what pheromone maxing is about, though. They honestly think that by never showering or whatever, their pheromones are more powerful and people will be attracted to that. Like, it's apparently a very real thing.
huh.
And I was like, I needed to shower as soon as I watched even one video. I was like, I can feel the grease
Right, right, right.
coming out of the screen. Um, Last thing that's been bothering me. So
Mhm.
Janelle's like, oh yeah, Cody could do this and Cody could do that. Okay, maybe he could, maybe he couldn't. I don't know. But wasn't it just last season Janelle was going, I'm just looking at my notes. Janelle was going on about how Mary would be fair
Right, right.
in like separating properties and whatnot. And then what is, it's evil anyway. But like, if you, what's happening? Like, I can't even tell you what I'm thinking or how to word it because it's bizarre, first of all. Like, I understand that you guys have some bad blood between you, but I was really starting to be on the Janelle train when she's like, despite all this, Mary would have been fair.
Right.
what are we doing?
So now we're not going to be fair to Mary, apparently.
No, like F Mary,
Right.
because she's the one going slow, but I really think it was Robin, because Robin was the top one saying that she wasn't going to do anything until everything was fair. And we all know that Robin's perception of fair is very different than the rest of the planet. So, yeah,
Her fair is like 70-30. Like she gets
yeah,
70, everybody else gets 30. And that's me
yeah,
being generous. So y'all need to be thankful. Because the
yeah.
whole
Like, be grateful you should be having 30 because I'm the quiet, pretty wife. And I
right,
should honestly have 80%, honestly.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that was everything. It really concerned me. I'm glad that she has the spiritual release, but she has left him before.
Mm-hmm. And done
And
that. Right.
yeah, so I'm just hoping that, not that I want her children to be having anything over Janelle's head, but I hope she would realize like I could lose my relationship with my children if I go back to this again, because it's not a healthy relationship.
Right.
And I don't know, like everybody in this situation, the kids especially, they deserve better. And then Cody and Robin just kind of deserve each other.
Right.
And yeah, yeah, like it's just, I don't know, it's gross. All of it is pretty gross. So it's been nice to be able to, what's the word? When
Vent.
you're all, yeah, yeah, like when you're, oh, there's a specific word for when you're all sad together. Oh, what is that? But anyway, thank you, James, and I'm glad
No
I was
worries.
able to catch y'all.
No worries. Thanks for calling in. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
thank you.
All right.
Have a
I'll
good
talk
one,
to you
everybody.
maybe this Saturday.
Yes, I plan on being here this Saturday. My son's birthday actually
Oh,
is
okay.
this weekend. And
Oh.
so I'm going to be doing that. But then I told my husband, I said, they miss me. I think I need to be there Saturday.
Well, we'll understand if you can't make it. But yeah, thank you for coming in. Thanks for calling in.
I do have one last
Yeah.
question for you. When's your last Saturday stream before Christmas?
Oh, I gotta look at the calendar. I will let
Yeah.
everybody know. I will let
Okay,
everybody know.
perfect. Okay, thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for reminding me. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. Got a long holding down at the fort, keeping everybody honest. Yeah, we're gonna roll right into the next call. We have Zuzu in the house. All right, Zuzu, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Doing very
How's everybody
well.
going this weekend, this week?
Yeah, right. You're right. Probably smiling more than I deserve to, but I'll take it.
Okay, so I have. Hold on, 1 second. Hold on. Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay, that's better. All right, so I have a few quick takes. We're all saying that. Okay, Cody said that he got that two wives spiritually divorced him. Everybody assumed that we're talking about Janelle as the second wife, as with the spiritual divorce. But what if it's Christine?
Yeah.
Like we all just assume, like, yeah, Janelle got a spiritual release. What if it was Christine just to fuck with him?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because that kind of what Janelle said. Like, you don't want to marry David and get to heaven. Like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, you didn't separate from Cody, so you're still on the list.
Yeah. So
Welcome
that's
to
why I'm
your
like,
eternity.
yeah, maybe it's Christine. Maybe we're all looking at it like, okay, well, of course, logically it's Janelle, but maybe it was Christine that said, yeah, let me just do this, especially since her father is still in the AUB and believes so heavily. I can see her
Yes.
getting
Yeah.
one
That
just
is
to
possible.
really to please her dad.
Hmm. No, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I didn't consider it.
Yeah, I never considered it either until I saw this episode. Like Janelle was, she got hots for him,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I mean, I can understand because you always have that one that you truly love, like your one true love. Most people have that, and I think for
Mhm.
Janelle, it is Cody because, like, she was married before. It's not like Cody was the only man she was with. She was married before, but
Right.
she had that strong spiritual conviction about polygyny and about Cody. So I believe she really does still love, like she said, she does still love Cody, but I just think she wouldn't go there because she would lose that relationship with her kids and her
Right.
grandchildren. Because I
No,
believe
that's fair.
Maddie would be like, "Look, he's out the door. Don't no, like nah, don't bring him around here."
You're just complicating everything. And no, he can't go on the deed. No, he absolutely cannot. We will
And
buy
no,
you out
Robin can't
before we get
come.
share property.
Yeah, and no, we don't forgive Robin. Is what she
Right,
probably
right.
said. Which that brings me to my next point about Robin. So her fake crying on the couch. Oh, this is a whole new possibility. I never thought about that. I think that Robin really thought like, hey, I've already did this work. Like I work hard to get rid of them. I don't want them back.
Right.
And I think that possibly never snapped in her head. Like, what if Janelle actually comes back for real? Like, oh my god, what am I gonna do to get rid of her now?
Right.
Be-
Right. Yeah,
because
because with Robin, I think it would just be a problem because of the fact that, if she comes back, there would have to be a change in behavior in order
yeah,
for anybody to even consider coming back. There would have to be some change in behavior. And Robin likes how shit is set up.
oh yeah,
So, she's
she
not trying to
likes
give
being the
nothing up.
only one. I think she would like for Janelle to come back, as far as to not have Cody around so much because Glody, I mean Cody, whatever his name is, really grosses her out. Like you could
Mhm.
tell just by the way she's like she flinches every time he goes to touch her. Like her body tense up, and you could tell just her facial expression, like the micro face expression she makes. You could tell like, why is you touching me? Like, oh my god, he's touching me again. So I
Right.
think she would love to have another wife there to get Cody away and to have the money because Cody probably is more onto her now. Like, hey, you spending $50,000 on a doll. What's going on, baby? As before, he was gone for every 3 to 4 days. So he's like, she like, oh, he's here. I can't shop all the time. I can't spend this. He can see the bank statements right now. They ain't
Right.
rolling in at the end of the month. They already here. Like
Right.
he's about
Right.
to do it. But I think that's one thing, and I think on Mel and Corey's show, they
Mm.
mentioned that like for women like Janelle, it's hard for them to separate themselves from the AUB, even if they left even if they left. Like
Right.
she probably is not practicing in the AUB right now, just because she's so far away. There's no chapter in North Carolina. I mean, there's Mormons in North Carolina. I'm from South Carolina. I know there's a few Mormons down there, but there's no like AUB sector there.
Right. Right.
So that's probably more reason of why she's not, practicing.
There's
Because
not available. Yeah.
yeah,
Because she said
as you
she's
always
still in the
hear,
faith, but she just doesn't believe in the polygamy aspect. So she's
yeah,
still about the business.
yeah, because she always say my religion, our religion. Like she's never
Mm.
said that I don't believe in this anymore. Like
Right.
Mary and Christine both have come out and say, hey, I don't believe in this anymore. But Janelle have never come out and say I don't believe in this. Like I think she would do polygyny again, just to if she had a
Mm.
chance to do it.
No, that's
But
fair. That's fair. Fair
but
observations. But
and
thank you
also
so much for. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
one more thing, when
Okay.
you say why they can't have their spinoffs, I think they tried to roll out a spinoff with Christine. Remember when she had that cooking show, Just Christine?
Right. Right.
I think it just wasn't enough interest in them. Like them
Hmm.
alone, they're not interested enough to have a show by themselves. None of them
Right.
are.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So yeah, but that's all. I hope you have a great week, rest of the week. Hope everybody's having a great week as well. Thank you for letting us call in.
No, no worries. No worries. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for calling in. Otherwise, this show would be dry. It'd be
Oh yeah.
dry and lonely. I'm like, I thought I was popular. I invited everybody to my party and nobody came. So I appreciate you guys calling in.
All right, then you have a good night. I hope your kids have fun with you doing whatever y'all got to do tonight.
Yeah. We have a good time. We have a good time. But thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right, bye.
All right, have a good one. Yeah, it's not just so it's not a secret. We my kids and I we go to the gym, so go have a good time over there. Uh, bringing them into the family business, you know how it is. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Plus they're fun. They're right to hang out with. They're my best workout partners. But Brittany, not Brittany, coming to the stage. What's going on? How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Doing very well. Oh, before we get started, I just have to recognize somebody real quick.
Okay.
Tracy Roth Myers 5574 with a 999 super chat. Said exactly, James 100. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. That came in earlier. That's why I had to
Oh, no worries.
get it in. Get it in. But thank you so much, Tracy. I appreciate you. All right. So Brittany, take it away.
Oh, no. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. It cut out on me a little bit. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on and say that I was so disappointed in Janelle this episode. Like, I think everybody was. But one of the things I saw a couple comments just like on Reddit or whatever, and people were saying like, "Oh, everybody just people assumed that Janelle was gonna like pop off on Cody, and that's not how Janelle is." Da da da. Da. And I didn't anticipate her being like as direct as like Christine would have been or Mary would have been, but Janelle has more like a quiet, I'm not gonna take none of your bullshit, that she just did not have with Cody. Like, she
Mm,
was giggling all up in his face, like, oh, I knew it. I knew you loved me. I knew it. Like, oh my God. That I'm so happy to hear that. And I was just like, girl, that don't make no damn difference.
right. He will
So
say
what?
anything at
Right.
this point.
Like, it doesn't matter what it, and I guess that's the other thing is like she had been saying this whole time, like, it doesn't matter, like she knows that he loved her, so it really doesn't matter what he says. So why all of a sudden him sitting up in your face, like, agreeing now, all of a sudden that's the best thing you ever heard all year, you know
Mm,
meanwhile he's talking about shit that happened 30 years ago that he needs to apologize. You still haven't got Savannah her Christmas gift. So what are we talking about?
right.
This is it. It doesn't make any sense. So, like, I was bored the whole episode. I don't know why we spent 20 minutes with Mary, um, on
That
her
part.
little, yeah, like on her little date, and then I was like, Mary, this is why, for as like animated and fun, as Mary is with her friends, she's so boring.
Right. You know
And I
what?
was
That's
just like,
excellent. Yeah.
what are we doing? You're here to like mingle. Go mingle. And it wasn't even like you can tell when there are people who are just shy,
Hmm.
and people are more inclined to go like talk to you if they just kind of have a feeling that you're just shy and they want to include you in on it. They Her and her friend, they looked like mean girls, just sitting there talking shit about everybody. And
Right.
it's like, girl, you here too trying to get a man. So I
Right.
don't know
Right.
why you like,
I
what
don't
you
know how
talking
you
to us
gonna
for?
be up in the Goodwill criticizing everybody, all the brookies in the Goodwill when you got a full basket. What are
Right.
you talking about?
Like, I just don't understand.
Right.
And then last thing with Robin, Robin looked scared as hell when they when they mentioned one of the wives coming back in. That was not hope in her eyes. That was pure fear. She does not want them women to come back.
Right. See what she been spending. Whoa, hold up now. What
Right.
you talking about? What you talking
Mm-mm.
about, Willis?
Right. Because she used to, she would just leave the bill on the counter for Cody.
Right.
Now Cody can see, like, okay, we have 5 new Peytons that we didn't have 2 days ago. I don't,
Right.
what are we
Yeah, she
doing?
might not even be leaving it on the counter. She just might hit it on the call and just, your name is on it too, Playboy. Just pay that for me.
Right. Right. So yeah, so she is really not trying to have them women come back. She's like, oh, just don't give me that hope. And I was like,
Right.
you're such a liar. You're such a bold-faced liar.
Yeah, Sharon. That's why Sharon was saying she clean her ass out. Because she
Right.
can't, no lines are held on her face.
Mm-mm. So, yeah, so those were, what else? I did like David. David was so funny, like hitting the ball out on Christine and making her like run and go get it.
Yeah, the plan go get it.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that when we was a kid, like, go get it. Bow,
Yes. I was like, and
Mosey
like
up.
her getting irritated. It just right because like my husband does stuff like that, and I'm just like, I don't understand how y'all are all kind of the same. Like y'all
Right.
just aggravated.
Well, they just want to watch you walk away. They can't actually turn around, so they just do stuff like that.
Right. Just childish. Childish. It reminded me of what's the they don't really tell kids that much. They shouldn't anymore. But like they used to tell, like, oh, if a little boy's being mean to you, it means he likes you. It's
Yeah.
like it's that same
Right. Just the
that same
adult
energy.
version.
Yes. I was like, now this is the type of stuff that I would like to see from Christine and David. Just like them goofing off together. Those moments I really do enjoy. When
Mm,
when it's more than manufactured stuff, I'm just like, okay,
yeah,
I
not so
I can
much.
see why y'all not getting your own show because this
Yeah.
is watching paint dry.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think that's fair.
But
But
yes, that is all I had.
awesomeness. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye
Appreciate it.
y'all.
Excellent points. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Yeah, Brittany. Now, Brittany's one of the mega mods. So let's put some hundreds in the chat for Brittany. Calling in, holding us down in the chat. Appreciate you. For at G 2021, it says your device isn't connected. If you want to call back in, you're more than welcome. I'll bring you up. Oh, wait, here it is. Okay. Hello.
Oh, hi, James.
How are you?
Good. This is my first time calling in.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show. Let's give you a little something to commemorate you calling in. I got to get a first time caller thing, but that'll work for tonight. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Boy, this episode pissed me off.
Okay, now.
Janelle's boys, Gabe and Garrison, they sacrificed their relationship with Cody for her honor.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what she gives. I don't know. It really pissed me off. And then,
Oh, no. She got disconnected. You got to connect back. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, here we go. Yeah, well, you're back.
all right, okay, let's
Sometimes
see.
the Kremlins don't cooperate. They try to. When you get too close to the truth, that's how I know. That's my truth-o-meter. Because when I know it's getting too close to the truth, that something happens. Like I have a technical problem.
Yeah, like that whole thing, it was sad to see. Because the whole reason why the boys didn't have a good relationship with Cody was because they saw how their mother wasn't being loved. And for her to sit there and be like, oh, I knew you loved me.
Right.
Like, what's wrong with her?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's because she's still in love with Cody or if she's just so deeply into polygamy that she just can't believe anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, and then the whole thing about like with the grave, Cody kind of alluded to like her and him only going by themselves, and she agreed to that. And I can only imagine what her kids felt because her kids was close to Garrison. Cody wasn't.
Right.
Yeah, like that whole thing, it was just sad. And I
No.
can't imagine what her kids would think, especially Maddie, because Maddie is a mama bear. I can't imagine what you would think seeing that.
Well, you know what I hope? If they do that, the one thing that gives me pause, and let me just preface it by, let me pause this clap real quick, because I'm about to run my damn mouth. The one thing that gives me pause in that is, to your point, because I think it's really important, is the fact that they mentioned it on the show. Like, we're going to do this special thing between me and you at Garrison's grave or whatever. And he made it a point to mention it on the show because that's something that he could have talked to her about offline, but he intentionally talked about it on the show, which leads me to believe that they might try to add that at some point as some kind of content.
Yeah.
And they have to do what they have to do because they are the grieving parents, and I respect that. I'm just saying,
And all of this is all for content for Cody.
Yeah, if that's the case, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. Like, I understand it's their child. They grieve however they grieve. They do whatever they feel is appropriate. I'm just saying, for me, it might not feel like the best. It feels
it's like he's using all of this to just redeem himself. All the pain and hurt of his family. I don't know. I just kind of think about the kids and like what they feel seeing that. Because those boys, they got into it with Cody because of how he was treating Janelle.
Right.
That's what it was all about, how they was treating his mother. And now she's sitting there saying, oh, I knew you loved me. I knew you loved me. It's like, wait, what? You're the only person that believed that he loved you.
Right.
Nobody else believed it. Cody didn't even believe it.
Right. He said that.
Because what he told her at the table whenever he was trying to break up with her at that dinner table. I think it was at Salsa Brava?
Yes.
In Flagstaff, he told her that the only way that her and him can have a relationship is if she behaved like Robin. If she turned into Robin.
Right.
Like, the nerve.
Yeah. In fact,
I don't know. That whole thing just set me off.
Season 17. It was season 17. You're right.
But that's all I had to say. That whole thing, it set me off. Just seeing that.
No, it's a good point. It's a very good point.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it. See, you knocked that out the park. Are you kidding me? So I expect to hear some more phone calls from you because you coming in with some stompers.
Man, I'll tell you what. But thank you, James.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You have a
fantastic
evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Now, you know what? And I'm going to go ahead and say this. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Then we're going to bring up Christian. We have a Negla 3 in the house. What's up, Negla? I'm going to go ahead and say this. One of the things that I've always told my kids, don't be afraid to take a stand. When you feel like something is wrong, you've been wronged, or you see something wrong or unjust, don't be afraid to take a stand. The only caveat to that, though, is when you take a stand, you always have to be ready to stand by yourself. You always have to be ready to stand on your own. The story time, when I was a kid, there was a taxi drivers at my local airport were going on strike for some reason. Like, there was something going on where they were doing a strike or whatever. And I don't remember the details of that. What I do remember is watching on the news back when they used to have the 5 o'clock news and everybody used to watch it. That's where we got our news from. They were doing the 5 o'clock news, and the people were protesting. They were all agitating. Yeah, we won't go and all that stuff. And there was a taxi cab driver who was standing in the front, and the cops looked at each other. They grabbed his ass, turned him around, put the magic bracelets on him, and no sooner did they had them handcuffs on his ass, the whole crowd dispersed. Everybody left. Now, that guy, I don't know whether he was the ringleader or what the case may be, why they picked him or why they chose him, doesn't matter. All I do know is that if he was there because somebody had invited him to come down and he wasn't 100% sure, but he was all with the crowd and the shit hit the fan, he's the one who's going to have to hire an attorney. He's the one who's going to miss work. He's the one who's going to be away from his family. He's the one that's going to have to get bailed out. And he's going to have to do that on his own. And when you do this kind of stuff and you take these kind of stances, you have to be ready to stand on your own 2 feet and say, like, no matter what happens, I'm okay with it happening because I believe in it. And that's one of the things, like, I don't think that Janelle's sons necessarily would do something different, but I'm just saying, like, as a precursor. If you guys are going to say something, if you guys want to take this hard ride, you know, and go against your dad for your mom, just do it because you believe in what you're saying. And I think that Garrison, at least from what I saw on the show, he struck me as the type of dude who stood on business. So I think that he would have did it regardless of the consequences. Even if Janelle went back to him, I think that he saw something wrong and he felt the need to say something, compelled to say something. But that's just the one thing that was on my heart to say. Like, if you're gonna take that, you're gonna take a stand, you gotta be willing to stand alone. All right. But we're gonna bring Christian up. What's going on? How you doing?
Hey James, how are you? I'm good.
Doing well. How's everything?
Man, I've been like battling like this cold since like Halloween, and it keeps like waning, and then it comes right back on me worse, and I cannot get rid of it, and I'm so tired of being sick. Like
Right.
I'm
Ain't
so
that fun,
tired.
right? I'm
Yes, I'm
so
ready to just man. I was at work today, and then all of a sudden here comes more phlegm and congestion, and I'm sitting there on the phone coughing like a grown man. It was
uh,
just embarrassing. It was embarrassing. So, yeah, I just want to come on here. I got a few points actually. You know what?
okay.
So, responding to Zuzu and G that was on before me, I'm gonna tell y'all what's wrong with Janelle. She is a pick me. She has always been a pick me. Christine is also a pick me. Mary was also a pick me. The only one that was not a pick me was Robin because Cody chased Robin. She didn't chase him. Okay, they have been away from each other now. And by they, Janelle, Christine, and maybe even Mary, I don't know for sure the amount of time, but like a few years now, right?
Right.
Christine was way too giddy when she was talking to David about, oh, I just don't know what to do. Oh, I'm so scared. What if he's mean? But her body energy and like her body language and her energy to me meant she was excited, but she didn't want to admit that she was excited to David, right? She is excited to talk to Cody. And whether or not some people think it's because she wants to get her piece said or whatever, I think it's because she still has the hots for him. Okay. So does Janelle and so does Mary. And also Mary is not trying to do no dating stuff on the TV because at this point, her and Ron, they're knocking boots. Did y'all hear how like she was talking about him? She was like, he's just my friend on a friend level. We've been getting to know each other, aka knocking boots. She
Right,
didn't
right.
want Ron to see.
As we get
But yeah,
up. Yeah, you know, we just hook up every now and then. We just meet, you know, hang
yeah,
out.
no, they do more than that.
Chilling.
She tried to act like she wasn't into that man when they first met or whatever. She was
Right.
into him. I was like, Mary, calm down.
Take it easy.
But yeah, she's out. She's in heat. So's Janelle for Cody, and Christine now is for Cody too. Honestly, I think of all of them, Mary would not go back. Christine wouldn't go back only because she's remarried. Okay.
Right.
Janelle, if given the opportunity, would go back. She wanted Cody to just drop down on his knees and be like, please forgive me, take me back. I'll do anything you want, all of this. And she would have went back. I don't think it's a religion for Janelle. She has the hots for Cody. She went after her sister-in-law's husband. Okay. I mean, I don't blame Mary for all the stuff in the past because let me tell you something. If I had a sister-in-law and she left my brother, and then I found out my husband had been going to her job, having secret lunch meetings, okay, and all this other stuff. And then I find out, okay, she's going to be the second wife in this. And on top of it, she keeps a dirty house. Hell no, I'm going to cuss you out too.
Say, we're not going to be friends. We're not
Nah,
friends.
nah. I try to think about it from like the other perspective, you know, and
Right.
I really do feel like Christine would have crashed out way earlier than she did because she never had to deal with another wife coming in. She
Mm,
was the last wife. She was the
right.
fun, the bubbly wife to Cody and all of this stuff, but she would have crashed out way earlier had they brought another person in.
Well, ironically, here's the thing. In her book, she self-described that before Robin came in, there was another woman that was trying to spend time with Cody. And that was
Hmm.
during that story, she said that, you know, she told the wives, you know, if she calls, you come up there, you get me because this is inappropriate. And then apparently she called and Christine was taking a nap. Janelle comes up, wakes her up, and says, she's on the phone. Where's the phone at? Cody has it. So she storms down to the garage where he's with his brother, snatches the phone, and starts telling her, like, basically reading her, you're not going to be in the family. I don't know why you calling. He's a married man. And by the time she got done, she was like, you ain't never, ever going to be in this family. And you need to find another ride to work and leave our husband alone, and hung the phone up on her. So
That's
yeah,
why they kept Robin's secret then from her and Janelle. They was like, you got her little buddy Janelle over there spying, and then she gonna try to run her off. We can't say nothing to them.
Right. We just gonna butt up Mary.
Yeah, man, I don't know. They don't surprise me anymore. Another thing I always mean to say, I've only called in probably 3 times. One was when you first started this, and then one was the last week. But I always mean to say, the whole Christine thing, y'all don't get it twisted, okay? Christine did not leave because of her kids and how the lack of their father in their lives and all of this. Christine left because she wasn't having an intimate relationship with Cody anymore. That's why she left, okay? It wasn't about the kids. And for Janelle, about how G was saying about how Gabriel and Garrison, they went against their father because they saw what their father was doing to their mother and then the other mom and all this stuff. And also they missed their dad and he didn't want to spend time with them. It was never about the kids for these women. The kids are last in the whole thing all the time. That's why none of them have a relationship with Cody and Robin, and only half of them with the other moms, all included, right? It was never about the children. It's always been about them and their love for Cody. And it's never been about Cody's love for them. It's always been about what they can do for Cody. That's their lifestyle.
Fair play. I don't disagree.
But anyway, that's all I wanted to say tonight. Awesome. I'll let you go so somebody else can come on here.
No, I appreciate it. You should call in more. Excellent.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Yep. Good points. So, yeah. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, I don't disagree. Yeah. We'll see when I come out with this next video, guys. We'll see. So I'm gonna say on that. Negla 3 and Owls. What's going on, Negla? How you doing?
Hey, James. I know I have been MIA and in and out and
that's all right. As long as you're
up, down, and
well, that's all we care about.
But well, you know what? Look, I've maintained my membership and all of that, and I still need to donate one for tonight and send you a super chat. But yeah, it's just been a lot, and maybe that's more appropriate for the Saturday call. Because what I want to call in, you already know that I'm like my sister in New York, to where I don't even watch it real time no more because so you got to fast forward past so much. But this is, and I really took this, and not necessarily personally, but I really internalized it because you already know I don't like Fauntleroy or Robert. However, Robert made a statement. I was in the middle of fast forwarding past, and I stopped because I realized I had gone too far or something like that. But Robert made a statement. She said, I'm not really interested in seeing Mary speed dating because I don't care if she can't find the love of her life, then that's her problem.
Right.
Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. I don't want to get you demonetized, but you already feel me. It could have been several things that I could have filled that out with. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there like, women, you came last. And I realized, the first should be last, the last shall be first. That's your business. Yeah, you still have him and all that, but he's a prize don't nobody want. And it just goes to prove the same thing that I have been saying for years, the fact that she doesn't really want him. She doesn't really care anything about those children or those other wives. What she cares about is being queen of the castle. That's what she cares about. She doesn't care about, oh, yes, they're all of our kids. And yes, we're all together and let's put in the work and all that. She doesn't care about that. She cares about being queen of the homecoming dance or queen of the castle or whatever their little secret goal is. That's what she cares about. It's not about the family. And she keeps lying and saying, I always wanted plural marriage. No, you didn't. And it just proved when she said that, she literally said that. I don't know. Maybe you will watch it. But she said, well, if Mary can't find the love of her, or something about Mary didn't find the love of her life, then that's her problem.
Yeah, or she said something like, I had it written down somewhere because I was like, what the shit? Because let me know. I took that as shade when she was like, I couldn't be single right now because it's so hard. Like, what? What? I'd rather be single. How about this? What you didn't say that I will say, I would rather be single.
Single and happy.
Myself and happy than be with
married
and have company. Look, I don't need company to be miserable. I don't need a partner for misery. I can do that all by myself.
I can do that all by myself. That's right. That's a Tyler Perry. And the thing is, it literally exemplifies what I had been saying, because I told you that I speak German as well. There's a saying, it's called Schadenfreude. Feeling bad, you want somebody else to feel worse,
right? So
that you feel better. And that's what they both have been doing for years, to not just Mary, but all of them and the children, except for theirs.
Right.
Everybody else gets to feel bad, but y'all's little family that has 28 Christmas. I don't understand the 28 Christmas trees in the house. And anyway, there's so much about them that it literally, when I heard her say that, it just proved me right. Not that I have to be right, but it proved everything that had been said about them for years. Because she said, well, just because Mary hasn't found the love of her life doesn't mean that nobody else can.
Right.
And it's like, really?
And there's a point too that Mary didn't find the love of her life, but she was never going to find the love of her life tied to an asshole. This is part of the reason why I always advocate, if you're miserable in your situation, don't be looking for people while you're with people. Get rid of that I don't call people trash or what, but get rid of that oldness so that you can reach for the new. If you're still holding on to an old ass tired relationship and you're hoping for something better, you can't reach for your future if you're holding on to your past. You know what I mean? If you hold on to a garbage relationship because you got to find something better and you're hoping for something better, you can't put a good person in your life, because a good person in your life isn't going to tolerate you being in a relationship with somebody else.
James, I have said this for a number of years. I love my husband. I thank God that I have found my husband. I believe he's my soulmate. Whatever. We've been together not as long as some, and longer than others, whatever. But if ever there comes a day when I'm disappointed in him and I don't want to be with him anymore, or vice versa, that's the day I need to leave. Why stay and make the other person miserable, and vice versa? If you don't like them, and I've also been saying this since I've been a My Take family member. You have to love the child more than you hate the other parent. So if he didn't like the parent, which now he's changing it because everybody's coming at him for saying that he never loved the other mothers. Okay, that's fine. Then why didn't you leave? Why didn't you leave? Forget religion and all this. Why is it easy for you to walk away now than it was before? That's because you done ate up their retirement. You done stole their money, and used up a whole bunch of resources that could have probably been better spent. And now you wanna. I apologize for ever saying that. I didn't feel that way.
Right.
It's just, I don't like him getting to me like that. I really don't. But when Robert said that about, oh well, Mary needs to find somebody that loves her. Excuse you?
Well,
she had a husband before she met you, didn't she?
That's why she had to leave Cody's ass. She has to find somebody who's going to love her and respect her. So you're right. And again, sometimes Robin is close, like she'd be in a neighborhood, but she just be knocking on the wrong doors.
And look, I'm not saying that Robert is wrong in what she said, but for her to say that is so hypocritical.
Right. Well, she's not saying it
like,
for the reason I'm saying it.
Exactly. There you go. And I'm not calling her a home wrecker either, because you can't wreck a home that wasn't already broken.
Right.
I mean, he, and he says what he feels, but and yeah, she may be the Cody Risk. Please keep him far away from any and every other woman. And they're talking about finding another wife and all this. Oh, Lord bless that woman's soul, because I don't want to see that show. I really don't.
Right. Well, I mean, it'll just be another Seeking Sister Wives with Garrick, where you got somebody playing in traffic on the show, because that's all it'll be.
Goodness. And don't nobody want to see that. The kids don't even want to have anything to do with it. And that's why it's just like, literally, if they remove themselves from the show, yes, there still would be a show. But, and again, I've said this before too, no offense, but like it would be like a YouTube, sitcom or something. You know what I mean? Something like, okay, yeah, I'm not paying Discovery Plus money to watch y'all and y'all's train wreck, because I'm not supporting this nonsense.
Right.
I'm already getting YouTube ad free. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, and again, like I said, no offense to you. Look, I'll pay $14.99 to see you every month, but I'm not. Anyway, James, we will talk on I think it's still Saturdays, right? The membership.
It's Saturday at noon.
Okay, and then as soon as we hang up, I'll donate the membership. Somebody will get a free membership. Please come on. We're our family. And we love our My Take family.
Yeah, Saturdays are fun. So for those who have yet to dip their toes into Lake Minnetonka,
you know what? Okay, I'm gonna have to hang up with that one, because that was a whole nother reference. Look, you gonna have me get you demonetized and banned for
lifetime. Right?
You already know my brain is weird. So anyway, My Take family, please take care, and we'll talk on Saturday.
All right, you have a good one, Negla.
Take care, James. Bye, dear.
Negla's good people. Yeah, we have a good time on Saturday. She's talking about for the members, we have a Saturday membership where we do a round table. I'll bring everybody up, as many people as I can, to fill out the table. Apparently, like on this site, I have a lot of room, so folks come up. We have a conversation, full-on conversation about everything sister wives. We talk about everything. So we have a real powwow on Saturday. So if you guys want to come through, you're a member, more than welcome. Always seated at the table. All right, thank you so much to Negla 3. And I just, Negla, like, you guys hitting on some good points. But before I get into them, let me just do the super chats. We had Ty with the $4.99 super chat. Hi, James, and My Take on Reality fam. Is it me, or are there a lot of similarities between Cody Brown and Brian McKnight? Is it an age generation thing? I'm confused. I just think that these kind of guys have always been around. And we're just at that point in social media where these people are becoming more pronounced. And to be honest with you, in a very weird way, as with some things, they just feel less shame. Because this is something that a lot of people would be going through. Like there are people, hell, I got people in my family. Like especially down south. We had one family member, older generation, but he was in my people from Alberton, Georgia, on my mom's side. And they were down in Alberton, Georgia, where he had a family. He was married and he had kids. Then some things happened. Some of my family migrated up north, and he was one of the people who came up north. He left his wife and his kids back down south. And when he came up here, he started, a whole ass new family. Let's call it what it is. He started a whole new family. Nobody in his new family knew that he had an old family, right? Knew he had an old family. And as it turned out, actually, I think he was, I got to look at it again. I think he might be related by marriage because I think he did it to my family. He married his second wife. He was a bigamist. His second wife was, I think, my cousin. And so he marries my cousin, and we didn't find out that he was married and had a whole ass wife until he passed away. And the wife showed up to the funeral. Didn't pay any money. Everybody was like, oh my goodness, what? And then, they had a whole thing. And then they were like, all right, well, you can come to the funeral because, it's not your fault he was an asshole. It's not your kid's fault he was an asshole. So they invited him to the funeral. She hung around just long enough to get the death certificate because apparently my man had some insurance policy. And she took that whole insurance policy and rolled with that insurance policy. They ain't paid for nothing. Right? They give them kids and his new wife nothing. But that's just how it goes. And that's why I say, that's why I'm always on the paperwork don't matter. The paperwork does matter. 100% the paperwork does matter. Because when it's shit like that, the judges and the courts don't give a damn whether you spoke to the ex-wife, the first wife, whether y'all was on speaking terms, how much money you paid her, how much you didn't pay her, how much the new wife contributed to the household that helped you to buy the house or the property or the business that you started. None of that matters. All that matters is that piece of paper that everybody sits there and pretend like doesn't mean a damn thing. So that's what I'm saying. So I think that when it comes to Cody Brown and Brian McKnight, like I said, some of these people, when they do this type of shit, they go off and get another family. Most of them was taking it to the grave with them. This isn't something that they would proudly profess well, I just fell in love because it's all about my feelings. This wasn't a thing. People took this kind of shit to the grave. Even when they died, they would be horrified to find out that, because we're not French, there was French leaders who passed away and have their wife and their mistress sitting on the front of the church and just on different sides of the church. They wife and they kids and his mistress and they kids, all of them sitting in the same church together. And nobody, everybody pretending it's normal and nothing's wrong. There have been situations like that. But for common folk, be horrified to have somebody find out that you did this. And it was never, because there's something eternally selfish about it, where you are saying that my feelings and what I feel is more important than my wife or my kids or my new wife or my kids. If you're not happy where you are, love me enough to let me go. That's the whole thing. I think that a lot of people feel that when it comes to Cody and stuff. I don't begrudge you that you married very young before you was really experienced in a lot of things. You found yourself in a situation and then you realized over time that this might not be the person that you necessarily want to be with. This isn't your life partner. I get that. And I don't begrudge you that point. What does bother me, though, is when you sit there and you pretend your feelings are so important that you felt this way, that everybody else's feelings don't mean anything. At the end of the day, like I said, if you feel like you don't want to be with me, love me enough to let me go. Let me go be happy. Let me go find my person. If you feel like I'm not your person and I'm wasting your time, obviously I'm way more invested in this than you are. So do me the favor, care about me enough to let me go. And I think that's where a lot of the anger comes when it's in dealing with Cody and what he did to the OG3. Like, okay, fine, you didn't want to be with him, you didn't love him, you didn't care for him as much as you care for Robin. Excuse me. Cool. Love him enough to let him go. Respect him enough to let him go. Right, Mr. It's a man I don't need to love if the respect ain't there. Respect him enough to let him go. But thank you so much, Ty. Next up, we got Local Arts Witch. Said that James, I forgot to tell you that you are my #1 YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Law. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let me get a little something. The 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. 2 is the loneliest number, but not as lonely as the number 1. 1 is the loneliest number. 1 is the loneliest number. You're like, all right, no, enough of that, James. We had Lizzie B with the $2 super chat. Cody's apology. Yeah, right. Cody's apology. That's that. I don't even know if you can really call it an apology, as much as just him there. I'm just gonna say some stuff, and you guys are gonna take it, smiling, and you just let me go on about my business. Outstanding, Cody. Yes, that's what I'm here for. No, bump that shit. And yeah, I do. I have to put this video out. Yeah, trust me. Please check out this video. When I watch the other videos too, but this video I'm gonna do about Janelle, check that shit out. And again, I challenge anybody who disagrees with me to let me know where I'm wrong and tell me, James, you're wrong, and I will not be mad. If you can actually prove me wrong, I'll be grateful. Put it like that. I'm inviting the shit. I want the smoke. I want all the smoke. Because this video is going to be a rough one. All right. But thank you so much, Lizzie B. Appreciate you. And when I say rough, it's not going to be that bad. It's not going to be, you know. And if Janelle, TLC interns, forward to when I come out with the Janelle video, forward it to Janelle. If she want to call in, she more than welcome. Cuss my ass out. That's fine too. We got Neglet 3. Gifted 1 My Take on Reality membership. Thank you so much, Neglet 3. Appreciate you. Let me give you a little something. Oh, Negla 3 gifted another 1 My Take on Reality membership. Thank you so much, Negla. Awesomeness. See, if you guys, she's trying to invite you in so that you can participate in the Saturday shows. We do them weekly here. So thank you so much, Negla. Appreciate you. Then we had Janet, the Unlimited Lipstick, $6.99 super chat. Yes, Negla. James takes care of us so much. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes, Negla. James takes care of us, and much better to give money to My Take channel than Discovery. We make our own variety show. Also, fuck Cody and Robin. Oh, yeah. By the way, excuse me. Just in case you were curious how I felt about this situation, let me just drop this last little bit in there. Thank you so much, Chad, and I appreciate you. You guys are actually, I say this all the time. I am appreciative of this channel, not only because of you guys being as generous and cool as you are, but genuinely, like, I appreciate the difference of opinion, the diversity of opinion. I appreciate the fact that we can all come together. And there's an old saying that iron sharpens iron, and if you surround yourself in a community of people who are positive, intellectual, smart, motivated people, you will find yourself getting smarter and being more motivated to do more things. More things become possible through that type of association. And I think that with you guys, with your encouragement and things that we talk about, you guys are constantly encouraging me and pushing me to do better stuff, bigger and better stuff. So I appreciate you guys, as well as the fact that we have a place where we can come together and talk and share thoughts and perspectives on, you know, life and how we see things and just our takes on reality, which I really find invaluable. So thank you guys for making this a cool place, not only, you know, for each other, but for me as well. So thank you. Let me give you a little something, something. Unlimited lipstick, because you're out this world. Yeah, that was really nice. But thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, we don't have any calls in the loop, and I'm sure I can bounce a little early tonight because I gotta do some things with my kids. Gonna go, you know, pick up some heavy stuff for no reason. Lizzie V with the brand new video, Cody Brown's apology tour, breaking down his unrealistic expectation. Here's the link for that. Appreciate you, Lizzie B. Lizzie B, Caramel Cuties, Brittany Not Brittany. They are the mega mods, and they have done a lot for the channel, holding us down as far as like keeping everything cool, safe, and everything else. And every now and again, we've been blessed on this channel, and maybe I'm sitting in a position of privilege because I didn't necessarily get to see everything, because these ladies are the ones who are in the trenches doing the day-to-day, and I appreciate them. But as far as I can see, we've been very fortunate that we don't have a lot of the negative ire that has been paramount in some other spaces on the internet, and I appreciate that. And these ladies work very hard to make sure that that we have a safe space, not necessarily a place where you get to say whatever you want to say, or, you know, you get coddled, but we do have a place where you can express yourself freely and openly, and I appreciate that. So thank you guys so much. And again, yeah, check out the videos, because like I'm starting to drop some short form videos. These are not videos from the lives. These are videos that I shot where I take a situation, or I just basically do a deeper dive into some of the issues that I've noticed on the show. Oh, here's the other video, brand new video. Robin Brown accidentally explains exactly why the OG3 left. This was from the previous episode where she sat there and told a story about, in their religion, there's men who have multiple wives, and they turn around and those wives feel neglected, and she has to share her resources and her husband, and she is unloved. It's just not right. Yeah, Robin, I agree. That is wrong. You should not do that. You should not do that. And if you are being treated like that in your relationship, you should leave. But she will never justify these women leaving Cody. And I explain why in that video. So check that video out. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Smash that like button before you jump out. Thank you so much, Sharon. Appreciate you. Kathy Ferran said our mods make more funny Codyisms, so it's a party. All right. Oh, they're funny too. They're smart and funny, so don't get it twisted. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Wow. But yeah, you know what? I appreciate you guys. And as we start to peel back some of the sister wives stuff, I would just ask, especially before this next Janelle video comes out, I would just simply ask that you guys approach that video with an open mind. I'm not being mean to anybody. I'm just calling it like it is, and I'm simply asking questions. So it might be a little rough tonight. Yeah, to Wendy's point, there's only one chat going tonight. Yeah. There's a thing with my service where you can split it, so you have one for people on PC, and then they have one special one for people who like look at it on their phone. I guess for TikTok or whatever. And I don't like that because it separates the community and people can't see other people. So I went back to the way it was before. James, can I sign you up for the poker game with Robin? Yeah, I need some people. You know, it's Christmas time. We're gonna run it. We're gonna run them tables. Yeah, we just be passing it off. Yeah. Yeah, she has you know, because as Sharon mentioned earlier, talking about Robin's face, you can always see the expression on her face, what she's thinking, or at least that she's being dishonest. And I'm telling you, I'll read Robin like a book. And the title of that book is Take All My Money. If I was playing poker with her, that's the title of the book. Take all my money. I don't need this no more. Shirt, shoes included. I'll give her the shirt back. But yeah, I'm taking it. I'm taking everything else. What's this? Yes, we need our whole community to talk shit because we can be petty to life-size Chucky and Mad Cow. You know, I think that with some of this stuff, like it really helps because with some of the foolishness, you know, with some of the foolishness that occurs on the show, it really does help to just, you know, yeah, being petty and small. It is what it is. That's so immature. It's fucking fun. Excuse me. Pardon my French, but it is. Okay. And if I want to sit here, I'm getting my money's worth. I remember years ago there was a movie called Sharknado, right? Terrible. The movie is terrible. It was terrible. Right. And I'm sitting there watching this show because I think my daughter said, "Oh, Sharknado is popular," so we sitting there watching it. And from start to finish, start to stop, I sat there and cracked jokes about that thing the whole time. It was so much fun. Like me and my kids were just busting up, talking shit about that show. And if I'm gonna waste my time, and I guess I got it on the streaming service. I didn't really waste any money. But if I'm gonna waste my time on a show, I'm gonna get something out of it. I'm leaving with something. So if they're not going to give us a real show, they're not going to give us real issues, they're not going to give us real topics, they're not going to give us real emotions and things that are going on in their situation or whatever, then I'm leaving with something. And yeah, I'm gonna make fun of your asses because I'm going, you know, I have to make this worth my while. And if it's such a ridiculous situation and you guys want to put yourself in such precariously ridiculous situations, yeah, I'm gonna talk shit. Okay. That you should have known that when you signed a contract. That was going to be one of the byproducts. YouTube is my time machine. Say, yeah, the show is ridiculous and they're all making heaps of money. Yeah. And that's another thing. I don't feel bad for them. They should feel bad for me. They're not struggling to pay any bills. They're not missing meals. They you hear what they saying. They're walking away from hundreds of thousands of dollars. And not, oh well, I mean, it is what it is. I just gonna go ahead and, you know, I ain't really worried about it. They walking away from hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? Some of us be like, I can't even walk away from tens of dollars. They walk away from hundreds of thousands of dollars. Talking about, well, I guess I can meet with him at a restaurant where we're gonna eat out and I will probably pay. Bump that shit. So yeah. Oh, I'm leaving there with something. Yeah, that's right. That's all this say that. Yeah. I'm leaving with something. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something. That's right. I'm gonna make it worth my while. So if y'all want to say that, I don't feel no pity for them. I don't feel bad for them at all because they are making a ton of money. Like I feel bad for, and again, this is kind of goes back to one of the older things that I've said before. When push comes down to shove, you know, I can rejoice Christine, Mary, and Janelle walking away from a bad situation like this. I can rejoice that. Good for you. This is awesome. You guys took your power back. Amazing. I can be happy about that. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and say that, they're walking away. When they walked away, they were walking away with houses. They were walking away being able to pay their bills. They were walking away being able to take care of themselves. There are people in these same or similar situations who are walking away with the clothes on their back and fear in their heart that they might lose custody of their kids because they don't have anything. They don't have hundreds of $1,000s in the bank. They don't have a six-figure career where they're getting paid $1 million a season to every year to have themselves filmed. They don't have that. They working at the checkout person at the Costco, and they talk about they're gonna leave and they behind on like 3-4 credit cards. It's maxed out. They have all kinds of bills coming in, and they have these situations where they're not being treated right, and they say, you know what? For myself and for my kids, I'm going to leave this situation. There's also a point too where we talk about. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of taste of the video I plan on coming out with. When we talk about people being in these situations, it's not just about you. It's also about your kids, because we say a lot of times that you leave for the kids, you stay for the kids. At the end of the day, I think that a strong point that you always have, a strong consideration that you always have to have, especially if you have children in this. And I understand you want your kids to grow up in a two-parent household. I get that shit. But at the same time, what are you teaching your kids by giving yourself over to a situation in which you're being mistreated, abused, or taken advantage of? What are you teaching your kids? And my big question is, if the same thing was happening to your child, meaning that if they were with a partner who was treating your child the exact same way, would you be okay with it? Or would you be just running up another debt down at the Lowe's or the Home Depot, buying a whole bunch of trash bags, limes, shovels, and shit? You know what I mean? Would you be doing that if your kid was being treated the way you're being treated? Or would you sit there and be like, well, that's just the cost of you having a family? And that's what I'm saying, because your kids are watching. Your kids are watching. If you're in a loveless relationship, it doesn't matter if he's in the house or not. If he's in there talking shit about you to your kids, if he's in there demeaning you in front of your kids, making you seem like you're not a person in front of your kids, you're training them to either be like that person who is going to take advantage of and mistreat their partner, or you're teaching them that it's acceptable to be treated that way. So we got to pick a fight. And that's where, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to look at yourself and say to yourself that, I don't want I wouldn't want this for my kids, and I don't want my kids to think this shit is okay. Like I said this before, but there was a song by the American poet DMX. And there was a guy who was on a record, and he said, when I hit my baby mama, I thought it was all right. Because I've been watching men beat on my mother my whole life. So but if I'd have woke up and them dudes would have been gone, I would have known that the hitting was wrong. And like in that one little verse, and like I said, it's a guy, I don't even remember the guy's name, but that verse stuck with me, because that is the thing. When they're watching this play out, and you are the ultimate authority. As parents, we like to think that we're the ultimate authority of right and wrong, and we're teaching our kids about true justice and the American way and ethics and morals. If we're sitting there tolerating this and we're putting up with this, we're teaching them that it's okay. And they don't get into the nitty gritty of, well, I just did it because I wanted you to know what it's like to have a father in the house. Because when I was a kid, I didn't have a father in the house and it was important to me. Okay, that's cool. So what you've taught them is that it's under some circumstances or rationale, certain behaviors are okay if they're done for whatever reason you list. Check the box. And that's just how I feel. So when we are celebrating, I don't mind celebrating Christine, Mary, and Janelle for leaving. I don't. But I also want to make sure that we keep a light burning for true heroes who walk out and sacrifice everything for themselves and for their kids, because they don't want their kids to see their mama getting, you know, jacked up or every Friday because, you know, dumbass went to work and had a bad day. They don't want their kids to see, you know, dad sitting in the house, mama out there running the streets, you know, with a bag of Richards every time you turn around, chasing Richard all over town. And Richard, you understand what I'm saying? You know, and he just taking it because he's trying to keep the family together. Like, kids are watching. So let me crawl off my soapbox. But that's just the thing that I wanted to put out there. Just add a couple more super treats, and then I'll let you guys go. Was this Neglet 3? $2 super chat said, I'd rather give James my money than Fauntleroy. I appreciate that. I'm sure Baldy Locks is probably not happy about that shit. You don't need to give me your money. You need to give me your respect and your time. Make sure you watch me on my next episode of Special Forces, where I will take my misogyny trick on the road. What do you mean it doesn't work? It's not as charming. These young girls are in love with me. You know what's crazy? I'm sure that's what he was thinking, like the whole time. I'm walking around with my muscular hitting them, my man Musk. I ain't been taking a shower because I'm trying to get these young biddies to fall in love with me so I can reject them on television. Maybe that's why Robin wanted to jump on Chicken Fry, because she was like, oh, yeah, that Brianna Chicken Fry the Poglia. She was trying to get it, Robin. She just kept looking over at me, making faces like, you know, she wanted it. And she, the whole time, she just like, what the hell? Yeah, she was giving me that stank face. You know what that means. That's the same face you give me when I try to kiss you, Robin. You know what that's about. I'm sorry. That's terrible. All right. Petty. Necklace $3. Here we go. All right, then we had a Raiders Mob with the $2 super chat. Laugh my $2 super chat. Raiders Mob, hold it down. Laugh my ass off. We said it at the time. Come on, Denzel. LOL. I'm leaving with something. That's right. I'm leaving with something. Thank you so much, Raiders Mob. Appreciate you. Then we had a Neglet 3 once again with the $2 super chat. Love the kid more than you hate the other parent. There you go. Love your kids more than you hate the other parent. You know, and sometimes you got to love your kids more than you love the other parent. Love yourself. How about let's start there? Love yourself. Okay, if you're not being treated the way you feel like you deserve to be treated and you need to be treated, don't love yourself. Because I'm story time, little personal reflection. There's somebody whom a family member whom recently I had we have fallen out. We fell out a little bit ago. But they're the type of person, in order for me to stay in their life or in their situation, I have to give up who I am. I have to allow them to treat me however they want to treat me. This, you know, they're not a close family member, but I have to allow them to treat me however they want to treat me. And they get to say whatever they want to say, play it off as a joke, or say some rude shit, and I have to pretend like, oh, it's gospel, and I can't question it. They can make up lies about me or situations or whatever, and I'm just supposed to, oh yeah, that was wrong, that was crazy, you know, that kind of stuff. And this is what I held to, and I've expressed this to other family members. I cannot be around that person. I don't like cutting anybody off. I don't think that people are irredeemable. I don't think people are trash. You just don't throw them away. I don't believe in throwaway people. However, for my own sanity, for my own peace of mind, I can't be around that person. I won't deal with them, because my self-respect, my dignity, my pride, the way I look at myself, my ability to be able to get up and look at myself in the mirror is more important than any relationship I could have. If I can't do those things, I can't be me. And if I can't be me, then I'm no good to anybody in any relationship. So it doesn't matter. But if I have to give that up so that I can have a relationship with you, that cost is too heavy. The price is too big. I refuse to pay it. Send it to somebody else. Tell your story walking, because I'm not the one. Now, I live it like I talk it, right? So this isn't just shit that I'm getting up here saying because it sounds good and because I think that no, I walk the walk. This is stuff that I'm saying, is that the things that I say on this channel is stuff that I've learned and I've applied in my personal life, things I've discovered for myself, whether recently or positions I've always held. But I've always said that you have to love you. You have to respect you. You have to cherish and prize your dignity, your character, your integrity above everything else. Because if you can't hold those things, then you're not valuable to anybody else. If you can't value you, how can you expect somebody else to value you? And why am I looking to you to put value on me? I have to hold value to me. It's like, if when you kids, it's what your parents always tell you. If you have people come over to your house, you have them respect your house, because if they disrespect your house, they disrespecting you. You don't look for them to respect your shit more than you respect your shit. You don't put your feet up on my table. You don't come in here slamming no doors. You don't come in talking all loud and crazy up in my spot. You respect me. I'm not looking for you to, oh, you know what, James, he put his last twos and fuse on his furniture. Let me not put my feet up on it. I mean, clearly don't do that shit, but well, you're raised in a barn. But if that's the case, I will be the one to tell you not to do it. And I'm not going to cherish our friendship so much that I allow you to disrespect me. And that's where, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm just saying, like, with some of this stuff, you gotta love yourself. It starts there. Then it extends to your kids. Love your kids enough that, even if this relationship is important to you, you're looking at your kids and saying, do I want my kids to think that this shit is okay? Do I want my kids to, if my kid was in a relationship like I'm in, because I am teaching them how to do it, I'm a prototype for them, and I'm showing them how to navigate these relationships. And that's another reason why I can't be involved with this person, because I got to show my kids that no matter who this person is or how important they are, if they can't respect you, you got to cut them off. And I have to, I'm not just doing it for me. I am doing it for me, but I'm also doing it because I got to show them that this is what you have to do with people for your own mental health. If I'm driving you crazy, you got to cut my ass off. You got to cut me off. If I'm making you feel like you have to dim your light in order to be around me, and so therefore you can't be around me because I want you to shine your light as bright as you can, then you need to cut me off. I get it. But let me show you how to do it. Let me show you how to do the hard thing. And that's what it is. You're teaching your kids how to do the hard thing. Because the easy thing is for you to dim your light. The easy thing is for you to let people treat you however they want to treat you. The easy thing is for you to allow people to disrespect you and for you not to put up no fight. Or when they come back and they tell you a bullshit ass apology, you just go along with it. That's the easy thing. The hard thing is for you to stand on your square and be about that business. But thank you so much, Negla 3. See, look what you done did. I feel like I'm preaching to the choir. But thank you, Negla 3. Appreciate it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to get out of here because I promised my kids I got stuff to do, and I don't want to be that guy breaking promises. All right, Papa Promises. All right, Papa Promises. You said we was going, but now we ain't going nowhere. You talk shit about Cody Brown. Ain't you a piece of work? I heard that in a while. Ain't you a piece of work? Oh man, but thank you guys so much. Before we go, let's give a huge shout out to First, the mega mods for holding everything down. Big appreciation there. To all the callers, I appreciate you guys calling in, giving your perspectives, giving your thoughts on things. I also want to recognize the folks who gave the super chats. We had Jody Pierce Scholar reminding us to make sure we are being kind and not being ruthless. Tracy Roth, Myers, appreciate you. Ty, we had Local Art Switch coming in. Lizzie B, Negla 3, gifted my take on reality memberships and super chats. What? Super contributor. We had Janet, Unlimited Lipstick, appreciate you. Raiders Ma coming through. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us once again. Just give some hearts in the chat for those who are unhoused, those who might be feeling the weather a little more than they should. People who are, maybe they can't afford them heating bills or whatever, and they a little chilly tonight because it's cold out there. But we could have some warmth in our heart for them. So let's drop them some hearts in the chat real quick. Appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure you keep an eye out for the short form videos. They are out. They are available. They're on the channel. And we have some more videos coming up. So stay tuned for those. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell for notification. Thank you guys so much. And before I go, let me give everybody in the chat, the Mega Mod Squad, the folks who gave the super chats and the people who support the channel, a little something. What? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. That's my take. I'm James. This has been my take on reality call-in show. Thank you guys so much. That's my take, and I'm out. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Go for a ride down the side.